Good evening, ma'am. Ramya, ma'am, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Okay. So let us start slowly, ma'am. Let them join.
Yes, yes, yes.
Slowly. So good evening to all. So we have assembled here for the 5-day international workshop on Scratch program organized by Agman Foundation and Seva Academy. We have with us our resource person Ramya Sriram, Microsoft certified trainer with us to handle the session. We welcome you, ma'am. We welcome all the participants to this session.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You can slowly start, ma'am. Let them join. Okay.
Yeah, 7 are there, ma'am.
Yes.
Wait for few more to join.
Until then, if there are any doubts, you can ask
Yeah,
participants.
like yesterday, like did you all practice? Did you check the document and try something new? Or if you have any queries, you can answer that.
They can unmute and speak.
Yeah, today also after the session, I will update the document with another new program. So you can practice that. As I told you that I plan for 2 projects in a day, but since the webinar session in 1.5 hours, doing 2 things, it's not practically possible because I don't want to just show both the projects and then close the session because that will not work out unless you get some hands-on experience during the session. You will not feel like practicing on your own. So that's why one task I'm doing in the session and I'm asking you to try it. And the other task, I will post it in the document. The code, I will post it in the document. You can see that and you can follow. And also yesterday, I explained all the blocks. Today also few more blocks are there. So that I will explain and we will start with the project. Today we will be seeing how we can make a quiz, an educational resource, and in the document I will share how to create a story. If you want to create a story, how you can create it, that will be updated in the Word document after the session. Because if I post it over there now, you all will get diverted. So in the session, you be with me and see how to make a quiz. And after the session, you check the document and you will be able to find how to create a story. Okay, so by the time others join, can you tell me like the blocks that you learned yesterday or you tried yesterday? Can you post it in the chat window? What are some of the blocks that you learned yesterday? Because I demonstrated, I did a quick demonstration of all the blocks. Tell me some commands that you learned yesterday or you tried yesterday. You can post it in the chat window. Yes, motion command. Okay, motion block. Glide. Okay, very good. I want you to be very specific. Do not write the blocks. Write, okay, sound block, motion block, looks block. In that, what did you try? See, Lakshmi, she had written glide. Yes, event block. In event block, what exactly did you try? Move 10 steps, okay? Anything else? Go to random position. Yes, we can make the sprite go to a random position. Go to X and Y. So we can give the position of X and Y. Go to 0, 0 means it goes to the center. Change timer. Yes. Switch backdrop. Yes, we did all of those things yesterday. When flag is clicked. Yes. When sprite is clicked. Set variable. What did we use for a secret message? Sending a secret message within the program. Broadcast message. Very good. So today we will be using that while developing the quiz. Yes, repeat block. Repeat command forever. Okay, so let's not wait further. We will start the session now. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yeah, and stop. Yeah, Aarti, you're correct. When I receive message one, yes. Today we will be using operators, yes. Today we will be using all of those things. Quickly, I will show you the remaining things that I missed to show yesterday. So yesterday we were discussing about control blocks. So we did all of these things. If command I showed. Today also we will be using repeat until stop all means everything will get stopped. Okay. And then create clone of myself. So if I want to make a clone, you all know what is a clone, a duplicate copy. So if I want to make a duplicate copy of this, right, then I can use this command, create clone of myself. So what happens when I execute this? To execute only this particular command, I'm just clicking on it. Nothing is happening, you will feel, but there is a clone created. How it just got created on top of the original one. Okay. So again, if I click, again a clone will get created. Okay. So every time I click, a duplicate of the sprite will get created. So this is how you can create a clone. And when you want to delete the clone, you can also you can use delete this clone. Okay, now I will stop this, stop the execution, and everything gets deleted. And sometimes what happens, you might want to start an event exactly when some clone happened. So when I start as a clone, so when I got myself cloned, what should happen? So that can also be an event. So you can see this is also event in the event block. So you can create a clone of the sprite in your program and delete it. So this is all about control block. Next, we will go to sensing block. Now, what is the sensing block? When it senses something, okay? So that is what is there in the sensing block. So quickly, I will show you how does it work. Okay, so touching mouse pointer. So what should happen when it touches the mouse pointer or when it touches the edge? Okay, what should happen? So to demonstrate this, I will quickly tell you, see, touching edge. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay. So what I will do, I'll go to control and I will say forever and I will say move. Okay, move 10 steps and I'll keep my sprite here. Okay. So I have placed the sprite here. Forever move 10 steps, but I'm giving a condition here. If block I'm using and in that I'm saying if touching edge. So if I touch the edge, what should happen? It has to come back again to the position, go to X minus 187 and 9. How will I know the position? The current position is minus 187, comma 9. X-axis and Y-axis. Let's see what happens. I hope you are able to understand what's happening. I'm doing it forever. Forever means do repeatedly. Move, keep moving, like keep on moving 10 steps. So that's why the sprite is moving 10 steps. But I'm giving a condition. If touching edge means if I touch the edge, then go back to minus 187, comma 9. Which one is 187, comma 9? This position. Exactly this position is 187, comma 9. Okay, so I hope you all got this. This is how sensing works. Now there's another one also, if touching mouse pointer. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so okay, it kept going. See, the moment it touches mouse pointer, right, you can see here, I have kept the mouse pointer here. So the moment it touches the mouse pointer, it goes back to another place where I have given. So this is the way you can say that if touching mouse pointer, go to a random position. See, we can create a simple game with this. See, go to random position. Okay, let's play now. See, the moment I click, it goes to a random place. The moment I touch the sprite with the mouse, okay, it goes to a random position and keeps moving. So this also can be a game. Okay, so you can make the sprite move along, and if I touch the mouse, then you can give a point or something. So this is about sensing. This is one kind of sensing. You can also ensure that if touching a particular color, then what should happen? Okay, so if touching color. So for that, what we will do, if touching this color, so what I will do, I'll go to backdrop and I will go underwater and I will take this one. Okay, so my sprite will keep moving. Yeah, here, right this here. So what I can do, if touching, I can say this color. See, I'll choose a color. If I want to choose a color, I will say click on this and then go here and choose the color. So when it touches the color, what should happen? I can say that it has to come back here, okay, which is the motion block. Go to minus 197. I'll do. Okay, so if I click on this now, as you can see here, the moment it touches that yellow color thing, it comes back to a particular place wherever I have given. It is not going till the end of the edge. Okay, it is not going till the edge, but it is just touching this yellow color and it is coming back. Okay, so that's how you can create sensor using color. Okay, or one color touching another color. That is also possible. Distance to mouse pointer. Okay, if it has a distance, particular distance from mouse pointer is this much, then you can do this. And ask what's your name and weight. So you can use this when you want to take input from the user. We will be using this in the quiz now. So ask what's your name and weight. So whenever you click on this, you can see there is a box coming. So you can type the answer here and press enter. And with that answer, okay, the answer will get stored. Whatever you are typing, it will be stored in answer. Okay, with that, you can do whatever you want. Okay, to check whether the answer entered is correct or not, you will be able to check. Okay, and whether you can also check whether key space is pressed. Okay, all of, okay, when you want to check for a particular condition, if if you can, this can be used here. If space bar is pressed, or if up arrow key is pressed, if down arrow key is pressed, that condition also you can use. And mouse down. Okay, these are all variables, so we will leave the variables as of now. Okay, next comes the operator, which are in green color. This also I showed you yesterday. You have all the mathematical operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And suppose in your program, if you want to pick a random number, okay, so how you can use this? You pick random 1 to 10. See, every time I click, it picks a random number. If I say 1 to 100, okay, and every time when this gets executed, a random number gets generated between 1 and 100. Okay, and these conditions we checked yesterday, we used yesterday for timer and all. So checking whether a particular variable is greater than a particular number and all, we will be using it. And this is for checking two conditions. This we will be using when we are developing the quiz today. And join apple and banana. Okay, so this is just to combine these two texts. That's it. Okay, one example I can show. I'll go to sensing and I will say ask your name. Okay, and then I will go to looks block and I will say hello for 2 minutes. Here I'm saying that say join app. I'm not going to join apple and banana. I'm saying hello. And whatever name is entered, it should say hello Ramya, hello Preeti, hello Rahul. It should say. So as I told you, the moment you enter the answer, it will be in the answer block. Okay. So I will execute, you will understand. So I'll just execute this. See, ask what's your name and wait. So what's your name? And there is a box coming. So here I will write my name. Okay, Ramya. And after I press enter, it will say, I'm saying join, hello and answer. This Ramya will be stored in answer. Okay, so it will say hello Ramya for 2 seconds. You can see here. Maybe I'll show again. Ramya, enter. See, it says hello Ramya. So this is how you can join two texts. It is called as concatenation. Okay. And yeah, next is the operator. So you can see letter 1 of apple. Okay. So you can say pick the first letter of apple. Suppose I write 3. Okay. Letter 3 of apple. What is the third letter of apple? P. So it gives the letter P as the output. Okay. And length of apple. Okay. So I'll click on this. It's showing 5. Suppose I say apples. Okay. And when I execute this, it is giving me 6. In our programming, there might be cases where we need all of those things. So you don't need to worry, everything will be available readily there. And yeah, checking whether apple contains A. So whether a particular text contains a particular alphabet. So if I click this, it is showing me true. Why true? Because A is there. Suppose I write here C. Okay. Now if I execute this, it is showing me false. Means apple doesn't contain the letter C. Okay. That is why the output is false. Okay. And we have some more things here. 5 mod 3. Suppose I write 5 mod 3. It means it will give the remainder of 5 divided by 3. When you divide 5 by 3, what will be the remainder? Not the quotient. The remainder which will be at the bottom. So 1 3s are 3 and you will write 5 minus 3, 2. So 2 will be the answer. So modulus means it will give you the remainder. It will give you the remainder after dividing the number. And you have round whenever when you want to do a round off. Okay. Suppose there is 10.5. So I want to do round of 10.511. Suppose I write 10.2. And you can see here it is showing me 10. These are all simple mathematical things. Next, abs. Somebody was asking yesterday, I was telling absolute value of a number. Suppose I write minus 14.5. Then absolute value is 14.5, not the negative. It's not absolute means it is always a positive number. That's it. Okay. Not only absolute value, see, you have so many things. Square root is there. Suppose I use square root of 25. Okay, now if I execute this, it is showing me the answer 5. Okay, and floor and ceiling, I will show you. Floor means it takes the, suppose I write 10.7. Okay, floor means it gives the output as 10. Okay, but for the same 10.7, if I use ceiling of 10.7, then it shows the output 11. So that is the difference. Floor means the lowest of this. Ceiling means the highest. Okay. So that is the difference of floor and ceiling. And other things, sine, cos, tan, all of these things are also there. Log is there. 10 to the power, everything is there. Okay. And yeah. So these things I will show, variables I will show now in the program. Okay. So this is about all the blocks. Okay. So what we will do now, I have explained the complete interface now. Okay, I have given a simple demo of all the blocks, all the commands under each block. So I'm sure like what you know now what each block will do. Suppose you see stop all, you know, okay, stop all will stop everything in your program. It will stop the timer, it will stop the score, or if the sprite is moving, it will stop the sprite. If the sound is being played, it will stop the sound. So you should know all these things. That's why you can see after this, you cannot attach anything. This is This will be the last command usually. Okay. And if you see this, you will not be wondering what is this clone after 5 days session. You will not be wondering what is happening. Okay. For example, you are trying this and you are clicking once. You should not be wondering, I clicked it, but nothing is happening. Something has happened. It got, the sprite got cloned, but you need to drag it and to see it. Okay. So again, if I click, again it got cloned, but you need to drag and see. I hope it is clear. So I have explained all the blocks to you, what each block will do. Okay. Now we will continue with our quiz. Okay. Any doubts, anyone in this explanation? Are you clear about all the blocks? You can post it in the chat window. Okay, I got Kritik. No doubts, ma'am. Rajlakshmi, ma'am, no problem. I hope you were able to follow. What about others? You got the idea of all the blocks. So when you develop when you after the 5 day session, when you are developing a project in Scratch and you are thinking, if only I could clone, or if only after when the sprite touches the edge, it should go back here. Then you should know where you have to go. It's sensing block. So you have to go to sensing block and do it. Okay. So now we will start with the next project, quiz one. Quiz only we are going to develop today. So when you are actually planning to create a project, first you should be very clear. Okay, directly you cannot start the project. Okay, it's very difficult. Okay, somewhere you should have some rough idea how you are going to make it. So for that, okay, so let me open the notepad now. I hope my notepad is visible to everyone. I'll make the font size also big. Yeah. Okay. So what we are going to do now, okay. So we are going to create some backdrop first. Okay. What are the backdrops we are going to create? I'm just going to show 2 questions because we will not be having time to create 10 questions. So I'll just show how to do for 2 questions. So you need to create first page. Okay. The first one, you should have some quiz intro. For example, quiz time, duration, time, duration, marks, number of questions. So that will be the first one. And followed by you will have a question 1, you will have question 2. And once these 2 questions are over, we should get a message quiz over. For this, we are going to create backdrops. And we are also going to create some sprite. Okay, by default, you will have one sprite, cat sprite. So that is the place you will code everything. Okay. And then for all the quiz 1, question 1 and question 2. And then if after you enter the answer, it should say whether it is right or wrong, right? So we will have one sprite for correct and one sprite for wrong. So this is what we are going to do. So let us start with first backdrop, that is quiz intro backdrop. Okay. So let's see how the moment I click the flag, what I want to see first. Okay. For that, we will create the first backdrop, that is quiz intro. So this is my quiz. Okay. I will first save it with the name quiz. Okay. So this is the name I have given, and I'm currently in the backdrop. So you know, like if you want to go to backdrop, what you should do, on the bottom right corner, you will see the stage. Okay. Just click on that. Okay. Then you will be able to see the backdrops tab. So click on the backdrop tab, and then you can say here, I will give a proper name, quiz. Uh, Okay, just I'll write or what I have said here. Quiz intro I will write. So this is the name. It's always better to give a proper name. Okay. Now I will use the text box and I will write quiz time. Okay. And yeah. So you know that where it has come. On the right side, you can see where it is getting displayed. So I will drag it and place it little down. And I'm not going to make any further editing. Let us not waste time because I have already shown all of this. Okay. And then I'm writing questions. Usually this is what we will see, right? 2 questions and the duration 15 seconds because only 2 questions, right? And then what is the next thing? Score. is 10 points. Okay, so this is what we are, this is the first one that should come whenever the moment I click on the flag. So let us code for this. So I will go to code, and by default I'm having the sprite, okay, cat sprite, but I never want this cat sprite. So what I will do, I will go to events. When sprite click, okay, first what should happen, the cat should get hidden. So I will go to looks and I will say hide, okay, because I don't want this cat to be visible. Okay, so hide. So let me click that. You can see this is how it is coming. So it is hidden. Now how much time I want this to be shown? Okay, maybe I want to control, I'll go to control and I will say wait 2 seconds, so that it is shown for 2 seconds before it goes to the next slide. What is the next? It's not a slide. Okay, next backdrop. So what is the next backdrop? The next backdrop is question number 1 and question number 2. So two backdrops we will create for question 1 and question 2. So I will go to scratch. Again, I will go to backdrop. But here, since I have selected the sprite, it is showing me costumes in the tab. Now I want the backdrop. So what I should do, I will go to the bottom right and I'll just click on this area. Okay. The moment I click on that area, I will get the backdrops tab on the left panel here. So I will go to backdrop. We have the first backdrop with this name. So I will add another backdrop. How will I add another backdrop? You can see here, I'll just scroll down, come to the bottom. Okay, you can see here, choose a backdrop. I don't want to choose, I want to create. So I'll click on this paint and let me paint the next backdrop. So I will use the question text and I will say question number 1. Okay, what is the capital of India? Okay, so this is the question. You can see where it is coming. So I'll drag and place it. Again, I'll click text and I will write A, Delhi, B, Mumbai, C, Chennai, D, Bengal. Okay, so I got the 4 answers here. Okay, so if you want, you can just leave one space. Okay, and I will also make. Yes. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, first question is done. Now I want to make the second question. It's going to be very easy because we will change the name to, okay, you can see costume name, the backdrop name is question 1. Why I'm renaming it? It will be very easy when we actually code. We know which backdrop has to be changed. So I know that Q1. If we keep it backdrop 1, backdrop 2, backdrop 3, we will not be very clear. What content is there in backdrop 1, we will not be clear. But if I give a backdrop name, a proper name, then I know the backdrop Q1 will have question number 1. Now I want to have another question. So what I can do, right click, duplicate, that's it. Automatically I got the next one. Okay. So which is question 2 here. Okay. The name of the backdrop automatically changed to Q2. Here I will change the text. So I will just make one math question. So 20 plus 20 equal to question mark. So I will write here 0, 1, 40. Okay, so this is the next question. So I got 2 questions. So let us check the backdrop. So intro over, question 1 over, question 2 over. After completing both the question, I should get a message. Quiz over. Thank you. Okay, something should be there. So this is the 4th backdrop. So whenever you start your project, it is always better to have this idea. Don't directly get into coding. Okay, you sit and visualize what are all the things you want, how many backdrops you want, how many sprites you need. That you must plan first. Okay, so quiz over. So you want another backdrop. So for that, again, I don't want to duplicate because it's not question. So I will click here. I will go to paint. Okay, and I'll click on the T and then I will write quiz over. Okay, that's it. Yeah. So this is the fourth backdrop. So I have designed all the 4 backdrops. Okay, so here I need to change the name. Okay, it's not backdrop 1, it is quiz over. Okay, so now you can see on the top right corner, I am having the save now button. So keep clicking the save now button. So you can see the project saved and the name of the project is quiz. So it's always better you keep saving because in between if suddenly internet connection goes or your computer gets shut down, your work will not get saved. So you need to save it now and then. It's always a good practice. Okay. Now I have done for all the 4 costumes, backdrops. Now let me come here. Let me click on the sprite. So when flag click, wait, hide, wait 2 seconds. Okay. Now what? Okay. Let us also decide the other thing. Now how many sprites I want? I want any sprite. We are having the cat sprite itself. And then we want 1 sprite for correct and 1 sprite for wrong. So when I type the correct answer, it should say correct. And when I say wrong, it should show me the wrong one. So what I will do, instead of again writing correct or wrong, what I can do, I can click on the sprite. I will search for the sprite. And when I scroll down, you can see the button 4, tick button is there. So I will choose this. And you can see the tick button is there. So I can, okay, let this be there. Okay. I'll go to costume. There are 2 1. I can delete this one. I want the green one. So again, I'll click on the sprite, search for the sprite, and then this time I will choose the wrong one. So wrong one. Okay. So yeah, this is for, so when the answer is wrong, this should be displayed. So again, I will go to costume. I don't want the black one. I want the red one. Now where I want it to come. Okay. So maybe I want both to come here. Anyway, both will not be displayed at the same time. One only will be displayed, and when it is displayed, it will come at this position. Okay, that is why I am placing it there. Okay, so now what we will do, we will start the coding. So the designing is over. I have created all the backdrops that are required for my project. I have designed all the sprites that are needed for my project. Now what I should do, I should make all these things work. How can I make it work? Only through coding. Okay, so let's start with the code. Now I will go to code. Okay, I will go to cat. This is our default. This is the sprite that we are using to code. So when flag click, I'm hiding this cat. I don't want this cat. I'm hiding the cat. And then what I'm doing, once it is hidden, I will go to looks block and I will say switch backdrop, okay, to quiz intro and wait for 2 seconds. Okay, so when flag click, hide the sprite, switch backdrop to quiz intro, that is the first quiz intro, and then wait for 2 seconds. Let's see whether this is working. So I'll click on this. You can see here quiz time, everything is perfect. Now what is wrong? We don't want this cross mark and tick mark. For that, I need to go to this tick mark sprite and I will say when the flag is clicked, what it should do? Hide. Don't show it now. We will tell when it has to be shown. So when the flag click hide, again I will go to cross button and I will go to events and I will say when flag click hide. I'll go to looks block and I will say hide. Now I will come back to the cat sprite and I will, okay, I'll click on this. Okay, I'll click on the flag. You can see quiz time, questions 2, duration 15 seconds, score 10 points. So this will be shown for 2 seconds. After showing this for 2 seconds, what should happen? I should get the first question. So, okay, so what after waiting for 2 seconds, I will go to looks block and I will say switch backdrop to question number 1. I hope it is clear till here. When flag click, hide the sprite, bring the first quiz intro slide and wait for 2 seconds because we need to read this. After reading this, move to question number 1. Let's see whether it is working. So I'll click on this flag. This should show for 2 seconds, and then I'm getting the first question. Once the first question is displayed, now we want the user to answer. I've read the question and I want to answer it. As a user, I want to answer it. How will I answer that? For that, I will use the sensing block and I will say, ask what's your name, this block. But we will not ask what's your name. We will ask what is the, enter the answer. Anything, enter the answer. Okay. So let me see where is the sprite. The sprite is here. So if we keep the sprite here, okay, then here it will say enter your answer. Okay, and it is showing wait, there are no seconds. So till the answer, the box will be there. Okay, so let's run and see. So I'll click on the flag, wait for 2 seconds, show the first question. Now since I have used ask, enter your answer and wait, it is showing me this box and it shows enter your answer and it is waiting for me to answer. Okay, so I can answer like A. Okay, A is the correct answer. So I can close it. But now nothing is happening. But what should happen? The moment I enter the answer, it should say whether it is right or wrong. So ask, enter your answer. And then now we will check whether the entered answer is correct or not. So I will go to control block and I will say if else. Why I am using if else? If the answer is correct, what should happen? Else, if the answer is wrong, what should happen? Okay. So if some condition I have to give, if some condition, then do this, else do this. Now, what is the condition? The answer should be correct. So where will the answer get stored? I told some time back, whenever you use this input, this question block, the answer will be stored here. Okay. So this is what we will be using. For that, I will go to operator first and I will use this one. I will tell you why and. As I told in the beginning itself, see, we are going to check two conditions. See, when I show the input box, the user can type A or the user can write Delhi. Both are correct. So I cannot say the user has to type only Delhi or the user has to type only A. Either he use either A or Delhi. So I'm sorry, and will not come here or will come here. As I told you, the user can type A or the user can type Delhi. Both the ways the answer is correct. So I'm using this block and here I have to give one condition and here I will give one condition. So here I will drag this if something is equal to okay, so here so I'm placing this here. Again, I'm placing this here. So I will show you how I'm going to code now. So if here this one answer should come because whatever we are entering, it will be in the answer variable, this variable. So if answer is equal to Delhi or if answer equal to A. Okay, now you may ask, here it is written capital A, but here you are writing small a. It is case insensitive. Okay, so anyway, even if they write all words, all letters in capital letter Delhi, then also it will accept. So that is not answer. So if answer equal to Delhi or answer equal to A, what should happen? The tick button should be displayed. How can we make the tick button to be displayed? You remember the secret message that we can broadcast in our program? That is what we are going to use. So what I do, if answer is equal to Delhi or answer equal to A, immediately send a broadcast message 1. Okay, so here instead of message 1, I can say new message and I will say broadcast correct. Okay. So broadcast correct. So here, immediately go here so that the continuity will be there. So the moment you broadcast, what should happen? This should be displayed because the answer is correct. So I will click here and I will say, when I receive correct, what should happen? Show. Stop and I will say,
Ma'am,
show. Yes.
what if the students write both? He write A, Delhi, not selecting it only or Delhi only.
1 second, your voice is not audible to me. Can you please tell what's your question?
Yes, I said, what if students select both? He write the A Delhi.
Then if you want to handle that also, then you need to use another or.
Okay, because what
Okay.
we use here, he should either choose the letter, answer later, or he write the content of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
question.
sure, I will show you.
Okay, no, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. So when I receive correct, show this, show the tick mark, and let the tick mark also be visible for 2 seconds. So I will go to control and I will say 2. Okay. I hope all the steps are clear for you. So I have enter your answer. It shows the box and it keeps waiting. The moment you enter the answer, it will check the answer here, whether answer is Delhi or answer is A, and then it will say broadcast correct. If it is correct, I send a secret message. And here in the tick mark, I'm capturing that message, secret message. So when I receive correct, show this, make it visible because it is hidden till now. When the flag is clicked, we have made it hidden. And then wait for 2 seconds. Let's see whether this part is working. So I click on the flag. I'm showing the quiz intro for 2 seconds and then it is coming here. What is the capital of Delhi? So I'm just typing small letter A and I press enter. Okay. The moment I press enter, this value A that I have written, it will be stored in this variable. Please remember, it will be stored in the answer variable. It goes and gets stored there. So here it will check. Answer is Delhi. No, it's not Delhi. So it will come here. Or answer is A. Yes, the answer is A. Then the secret message will go, and since we have captured the secret message here and make this sprite visible for 2 seconds, that will happen. So I have written A and I press enter. You can see the tick mark is visible for 2 seconds. Okay. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now we will see what should happen if I'm entering B or I'm entering Bengal. What should happen? Can somebody tell me what should happen? What should we do? Post it in the chat window. Yes, David is correct. We should show the cross sign. Broadcast wrong. Very good, Kritik. So we are going to send another secret message. I'll go to events and I will say broadcast. This time it's not correct. So I'll create a new message which is wrong and click OK. Now I have sent a broadcast message. Whenever you use broadcast, quickly go and do that part. Otherwise, you will miss the continuity. So I'm sending the broadcast secret message. Who should capture? Which sprite should capture this? This wrong button should capture this. So when I receive the wrong message, that is the wrong secret message, the name of the secret message is wrong. What should happen? I'll go to looks and I will say show. And then what should I say? Wait for 2 seconds. Control, wait for 2 seconds. Okay. And let's see whether this is working. We check the correct one. So I will write here B now. Okay. I press N. Now tell me, first question is done. What should be my next command here? How should I continue my program? Post it in the chat window. This is first question is perfect. What should happen next? Very good. Switch backdrop. Very good, Kritik. So we need to go to the next question. Okay. But before that, if you see here, I am making this sprite, okay, to be shown for 2 seconds. Okay. So immediately I cannot show the next question. So in our group here also, I should say wait for 2 seconds. Why here wait for 2 seconds? Because the tick mark or the cross mark is being shown to the user for 2 seconds. So after the 2 seconds, what we have to do? Broadcast question 2, and everything should happen same way, starting from this purple block. So it's going to be very easy. I will just click on this one and I will say duplicate from this part. So I'll click duplicate and I'll drag it and I'll place it here. Now let's see what all changes we have to do. So it's switch backdrop to question number 2. That's why I told you keep all the names clear so that it will be easy for you when you actually code it. So go to quiz 2 and then same way enter your answer. If answer equal to Delhi, no, it's not going to be Delhi this time. So let's go to the backdrop and check. So I'll click on this stage. I'll go to backdrop and I'll go to question 2 and I will say 20 plus 20 is 40. So either it should be D or 40. So I'll go to code. I'll come to sprite and I will say if the answer is 40 or if the answer is E, okay, broadcast correct, broadcast wrong, over. So totally I have 2 questions. So what should be my next thing? Can somebody tell me? I have totally 2 questions. For the demo purpose, we will do only 2 questions. If you have more questions, it's going to be very easy. You do not need to sit and write every time. Right click here or from wherever you want, click duplicate and just paste it here, and you need to just change it to question number 3. That's it. You will have, if you have 5 questions or 10 questions, you have to keep it like question number 3, question number 4. But now I have only 2 questions, so I will remove this. So what should come here? And somebody tell me? Yeah, I got the answers. Quiz over. Very good, Aarti. Yes, we have to change the backdrop. Quiz over is a backdrop. It's not a sprite. You should remember this. The quiz over we created as a backdrop. So what I should do? I should, after this, I will say, go to looks and then switch backdrop to quiz over. So let's play the entire quiz now. So I click on this. 2 seconds it will wait. Show me the first question. I will write A, press enter, the right answer, and then 20 plus 20, okay, which is 40. I have to just make some change here. Okay, so I will write A, and that is the wrong answer. See, why the tick mark is also coming? Yes, correct. Okay, so what should we do now? I will go to this one. So here, when I receive the correct message, show the tick mark, wait for 2 seconds, and then hide it. We don't want it throughout. Okay, so I'll go to looks. After 2 seconds, hide it so that the next question will be visible. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, so when I receive the wrong message, show the cross mark, show it for 2 seconds, and then hide it. And then the next question will get displayed. Okay, so now we have handled that as well. So let us check now. Here also. Okay, so here also this 40 is not visible because we have come even down. So now it will come. So I forgot to save. So you can see save now button is enabled. So in between I will click save now. My project will get saved. I will click flag. Okay, quiz intro. I will write here A. Done. And then the next question. See now 40 is displayed. The tick mark is gone. Okay, and then I will write D. Again tick mark is there. Okay, and then quiz over. So this quiz over slide also. What should I do now? Okay, immediately I am telling quiz over. No, we will tell wait for 2 seconds and quiz over. If I will tell you why this wait for 2 seconds, where is this connectivity coming if you are not able to understand? Why wait for 2 seconds? Here you can see, show the sprite sprite for 2 seconds and then only it is getting hidden. So the tick sprite will be there for 2 seconds. So after that only we want to show our quiz over. So here also I am making the program wait for 2 seconds and then I am telling quiz over. Okay, hope it is clear now. See now it will come properly. I will write B, wrong answer, goes to the next question. I will write A, wrong answer, and everything will be hidden, and then you will get the quiz paper. Is it clear till here? Everyone, can you post it in the chat window? Yeah. Okay, David has written clear. Others, is it clear? Okay, Aarti has written clear. Yeah, Kritik clear. Lakshmi clear. Okay. Now one more thing. When we play quiz, what are the two things that are missing in this quiz? The project is not done still. Very good, David. Points, score, and time. Yeah, we showed in the intro, only 10 seconds will be given, you will get 10 points. But where are we showing all those things? So now we are going to use timer and score, and when the answer is correct, it should give 5 points. And when answer is wrong, it will not give any points. So our focus is now to use timer and score. So the concept that I'm going to teach you now for timer and score, you can use it for any game. The method is the same. Okay, so let's do this. See, purposefully, I'm not doing everything in one shot. You will get confused. So we have developed the quiz. Further add-ons we can do now. Okay, we will make the change in the same program and we will do. Now, when you want the timer and what is that? Score, you need the variable, a timer variable which will keep calculating the time, and the score variable which will hold the points. Okay, so that is what we are going to create now. So I will click variable and I will click make a variable, and first is score variable, and I will make another variable, make a variable, and I will say timer variable. Okay, so you can see the moment I created the variable, it is displayed here. Okay, now I will place it in this place. One timer there or timer here. Yeah, so I have placed it. Now let me run the program simply and see. Did you observe? We don't want the timer in the first slide. I'll just use the word slide only. I'm getting comfortable. We don't want it in the quiz intro. The timer and the score should not be there in the quiz intro. So what I can do, I can say when the flag is clicked, what I should do, I will go to variable block and I will say hide variable. 2 times I should use. So as soon as the flag is clicked, I am hiding the sprite. I'll come back to you, Kritik. Okay. So as soon as the flag is clicked, what I should do, hide the variable. It's not my variable. You have to be very specific. The name of your variable is score. Hide the score and hide the timer. Now let me click the flag and see the intro slide. Yes, perfect. I'm not getting it. But the moment it comes to the first slide, first question, which I should get it. So you can see switch backdrop to quiz intro. Okay, here it should not come. Here, switch backdrop to question number 1. So when the question number comes there, what happens? It should say, show my variable. Again, show my variable. What are the two variables? The score variable and the timer variable. Okay, now let us see whether it is working properly. I click on the flag, quiz intro, nothing is coming. Yes, the moment I get the question, the timer and the score is displayed. Okay, so it's perfect. Now I'll use this. Now what happens? This is displayed. Now, as soon as it switches to question number 1, I'm showing the variable and it should start the calculation. Means the timer should start. So what is the timer I have given here in my backdrop? I have given the duration for 15 seconds. So it should start from 15, 14, 13, 12. If you have 20 questions or 25 questions and you want to keep the timer for 60 seconds, then it should start from 60. Okay, so I'll go to code, I'll go to sprite. Okay, and here what I should say, when the backdrop changes to question number 2. So I'll go to event and I can say here, when backdrop switches to question number 1, okay, the timer should start. See, I cannot use flag click here. When flag click, start the timer, I cannot do, because we cannot start the timer from the intro slide. Here I cannot, this is not fair. I can start the timer only from question number 1. Okay, so question number 1 means question 1 backdrop. So when the backdrop switches to question number 1, what I will do? I will go to control and I will say repeat 15 times, because my timer I want to start for 15 times. So repeat 15 times, variable, change my code, change timer by -1, means it has to keep reducing, right? So change the timer by -1 and then wait for 1 second. So for every second, it will keep reducing the time value. Okay. So what I should say, control, wait 1 second. So what it will do, the very first time when it enters, it will reduce it by -1. It will wait for 1 second, again reduce it by -1, like that 15 times it will do. I'm going to click this one now and let's see what happens. We will get an error. I want you to find out the error and tell me what we should do. Ah, very good. Kritik has answered before that only. Okay, so let me show for others. See, when I click the start flag button, see, you can see it is going from -1, -2, -3, -4. Why? Because by default, the variable value will be 0. And every time you are doing -1 here. So it is going in the negative number. To avoid that, what you should do before you do the looping, okay, you need to set the variable value. Set, it's not my variable. Remember, you need to change set timer to 15 seconds. I hope now it makes sense. Set the timer to 15 seconds, repeat 15 times, change the timer value by -1 and wait for 1 second. Otherwise, it will do everything in one shot because execution happens so fast. For every second, we want to reduce it by -1. So 15 times it will do. At one point, what will happen? When it becomes 0, okay, after 15 times, it comes out. And that time it will be 0. So let's check that. I will go to control and I will say if, okay, if operator, okay. So here what I should do, variable, if timer is equal to 0, okay, what should happen? Can somebody tell me? The timer has come to 0. So here I should say switch backdrop to quiz over. Okay, so just change the backdrop quiz over, and we can also use stop all now. I'll go to control and I'll say stop, just stop everything. If you have added some background music and all, let everything get stopped. Okay, and the backdrop and okay, yeah. Okay, now let's see whether it is working perfectly. So I'm clicking this flag, okay, and I'm writing A. The answer is correct. So I'm not going to answer this. I'm still thinking time to take. You can see the timer is going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. The quiz is over. Before I finished the second question, because I was busy calculating the answer and only 15 seconds was there and the quiz got over. Is that clear? I purposefully didn't answer the second question. But it doesn't matter. Suppose I have answered both the questions. Okay. A and the first question done. I'm very fast. I'm doing the second question. It is wrong. And then also it's quiz over. You can see the timer is still there. Okay. So there also I can use stop all here also. Okay. Switch backdrop. And you can say stop all so that the timer also will stop. The timer will not run. Stop all. Is it clear to everyone? One second. I have not touched the scope. David, you must remember Kritik. Okay, one by one I'm doing. If I do both the things simultaneously, others will not be able to understand. So first I am finishing the timer part. When you are doing also, it's a good practice. Focus on only one thing at a time. So I have completed the timer part. Now we will start the score part. Okay. Okay. Now the timer is working correctly. See, as you do not do too many things at the same time. You will not know how to test the program. Do only one thing at the time and keep on testing your program so that in the beginning stage only you can correct it. If you write a lengthy code and then test the program, you will not understand what's happening. So it's always a good practice to focus on one thing and keep checking it. Okay, now we checked. I answered both the questions before time. Then also I'm getting quiz over, and I couldn't complete the my quiz. Then also it is showing quiz over. Okay, the moment it reaches 0 seconds, it's showing quiz over. Now this is done. Now we have to take care of the score part. Okay, that is very simple. Now see score. So when the flag is clicked, what should happen? The score should be 0. So I will go to variable and I will say set, okay, score to 0. So the score is 0 now. Now I will scroll down. Here, this is very simple. So if answer equal to Delhi or answer equal to A, broadcast correct means the answer is correct. Here I should say change my score, change score by 5. Okay. And also here also you should say change, again the answer is correct means change score by 5. That's it. Again, I will click the save now button because I didn't save for a long time. I'll click save now. Let's see whether the score is working now. So I will click flag. The timer is running. I will write A. I got the score 5 points and I put B, and yeah, you can see now, you can see everything is perfect. I got 5 plus 5 10 points and I finished the quiz in 10 seconds. Totally the quiz time is 15 seconds and I still have 5 seconds left over. Why the timer stopped? Because we said here switch backdrop to quiz over and stop all. So the timer also stopped. So this also will give, okay, I have completed my quiz when there is still 5 seconds left over. Okay, so let's see what happens when I make one answer wrong. So you have to check the program in all ways. So here I will say D, answer is wrong. See, you can see my score is 0 only and I will get this correct. So I'll say D, or I can even say 40. As I told you, this also it will take. Okay, what happened? Did I enter it wrong? So it's wrong. And here it is 40. Yeah, so I'm getting 5. So score is 5. Only the second question was correct. So I'm getting 5. This is over. And the time I took is 11 seconds. I have still 4 seconds left. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Do you want me to share the code in the document? Now I want you all to try. Even if it is not this elaborate, just create one question with this part. This part you try. No need of everything. Yeah, switch to backdrop 1. This one. At least create one backdrop question 1. Enter your answer. If answer is 40 or answer is B, this part at least you can try. Shall I post the quiz in the Word document? You want the code? Write S in the chat window if you want. Okay. So yeah, okay. Yes. Okay. So what I will do, I'll stop my screen share. Let me Okay, you can post your doubts in the chat window. I will get back sometime. I'll just copy the code so that others can try. Yeah, just give me a second. I will I'll paste the code. In the meantime, you can start designing. Just create a quiz intro backdrop. In the meantime, let's not waste time. Keep designing. Yeah, if you have the link, you can see now of the Word document I have posted. You can keep checking the document. I have posted it. I hope everybody is having the link. So I have written correct sprite, wrong sprite. It means in that sprite you need to code. That's what it means. Okay, so I have done it. Let me share the Word document link if you don't have. Yeah, the code is already pasted. I have shared the link of the document. Click on the link. You will be able to get access for the code. Now that we don't have time, so instead of starting to code, just go through the code in the document. Because you will be able to see it as a, read it as a story. Here you will not be able to see the full code. When I shared the screen, you will not be able to see the full code because it will get hidden. But now I have pasted it in the Word document. You will be able to read it as a story. So just go through it. And later you can try. Okay, Mustafa has asked, what if we want to give chance for correction when time is not exhausted? Yes, you can definitely do that. It's going to be little complicated. You have to check the timer and which question you will go back. Again, that is also there. It's difficult, like which question suppose you have 10 questions, then you should have it like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the user should be able to choose which question they want to go. That's going to be a little bit complicated. Have 2 questions, or you can say when the timer is there, go to the first question and come back again. But then it will not, but at that time, what you have to do for every question, you need to save the answer in a different variable. It's a little complicated. That's what I should say. You can do it, but very complicated. You need to save the answer for every question in different variable. And then when they go back again, you need to check whether that variable is empty or the variable has some answer. If it is empty, it means that they are going there for the first time. If they have some answer in that variable, display the answer and ask them whether they want to correct. It's quite complicated. I hope everybody is able to get access. Yeah, I could see 3 people in the document. Now read it. So that would help you. Okay, maybe I can share the screen now. Yeah, you can see this is how it is in the document. Okay, I'll also explain. Okay, see, this is quiz. Okay, backdrops. You need 4 backdrops. If you are going to have 5 questions, then you will have Q3, Q4, Q5 backdrop as well. And how many other questions are there? You need only 3 sprites. 1 sprite where you actually code, and you will need only correct sprite and wrong sprite. So the cat sprite code means by default the cats anyway, whatever sprite you use, you are going to hide the sprite. So you can use any sprite and this is the code. Just read it how it goes, how the flow of the program. So basically we have written 2 times when the backdrop switches to question 1 for timer, when the timer should start. Usually the timer will be when flag click, start the timer. But for quiz, since we are showing that intro, quiz intro slide, it will not start from there. The timer will start when the question 1 is displayed. So that is why we are starting with this. And the next one, if you see, correct sprite. So for the tick sprite, this is the code. And for the wrong sprite, this is the code. So basically, you will be needing 3 sprites and you will code in these 3 sprites. Before the next session, that is tomorrow's session, I would request you all to practice this. I will also post one more code there for story. Okay. So basically, I was thinking whether to demonstrate story or the quiz, the session. But I felt story is little bit easy. It is not this much complex. Okay. Because we don't have a timer there in the story. We don't need a score in the story. We don't need an input box and take the answer from the user for the story. So because it's all going to be very smooth and very easy flow, what I thought I'll post the story in the document and I took the quiz in the session. Okay, any doubts, you can post it in the chat window. I'll do one thing. I will also post the story. I will also post the story code. Okay, for story, basically we will be using this broadcast message only. So I'm not developed the whole story, but I have written one sample. So maybe you can see a princess wants to see around the world. Let's assume that she was always in her own castle and she wants to go around and see the world. She wants to see the desert, she wants to see plains, she wants to see snow. Okay, so for that, how you can develop, I have written one small thing. You can continue in that. I will post that code also here. As I told you, this is not the whole story. I've just given the beginning of the story. You can develop on it actually. So I am also posting the code for the story. You can see in the document. As I told you, I'm just given the beginning of the story. You keep adding new backdrops. You just need some patience to develop the story actually. Yeah. I have posted the code. You can go through the code for the story and for the quiz for which we did the demonstration. Again, for story and all, basically you should think quietly and see how many backdrops you want, what are all the backdrops you need, whether you can take it from the scratch itself or you need to download it into your computer from internet. Okay, what are all the characters in your story, whether all these characters are available in the scratch or you need to download from internet. So first you basically design like how I've shown for the quiz. Sit and think and design first, and then you can it will be easy for you. Also, do not try to develop everything together at the same time. Focus on one thing and go in that direction only. Once you finish that, test your program, whether it's working, whether the flow is happening correctly in that path. If it is correct, then go to the next one. See, when I designed the quiz, I didn't think about the score and the timer in the beginning itself. First, I want the very first time, I want the first quiz intro should come properly, and then question should come properly. And if the answer is correct, the tick mark should come properly. Check that. And then, if it is working fine, go to the next part. If it is wrong, what should happen? Okay. And after that, the next question should be displayed. So you should be clear with the flow of the execution of the program. Only then you will be able to do it easily. Visualize how it should work. Chat box, sir, I'm not posting anything in the chat box because after the session, okay, everything, you will not get anything from the chat box. So I'm posting the link in the chat. I'm posting the link in the link of the docs in the chat window. Keep that document link safe. So after 5 days session also you can try. No problem, ma'am. Let me check the wakelet now. No problem if you are not able to. You have to mention continue as guest and then you need to write. One second, let me share my screen and show the projects. It's nice to see some of you actually developing the projects. I hope you are able to see. Box 9 and creation of next one. I think this was Kritik's only. I think. I'm showing. Yeah, this was Kritik's. Let me check the next one. Tani Rose ma'am. Click the space bar to see motion. I love dog. Okay. Yeah, nice. Good job. See, ma'am has made the dog move. Okay, nice. Two sprites got into motion. Okay, now let's Lakshmi ma'am. I think it's not ma'am, it's student only. Okay, I'll share the Wakelet link. Please post it in the Wakelet link so that we can see like this. Yeah, I have posted the Wakelet link also. Yeah. Happy learning Scratch. Nice, cute. You can add some motion. I think this is backdrop only. Okay, good, very good. Happy to see. Some of you completing, doing something, attempting. Yeah, this I think okay, this is the design. Like yesterday I shared, and this is what Kritik, okay, the document that I shared. Okay, basically it's like repetition of circle, what not circle, square. You can see here. The, so basically drawing many squares like this will give a shape like this. Okay, very nice. Practice the programs that I share in the document. So, oh, okay, this is a flower. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Okay, if you even if you want to send, see, sometimes we will not get motivation to sit and actually do program. So what you can do sometimes is your friend's birthday or your child's birthday. If there is something like that, you can code here in Scratch and send them the birthday wish with the help of Scratch. So that will be little motivation for you, and you will not get bored because you are doing this for someone you love, and at the same time, you that will motivate you to do the coding. If you sit and just do the coding, it will be boring. To begin with, you try to make a like hello, ma'am had made the not ma'am, Kritik has done the animation. You can say happy birthday, your friend's name, and animate it and send it. So you can say it is like a personalized birthday wish that you are creating for your friend through Scratch. That will be motivation for you. You will be happy doing it. Yeah. Okay, I got yeah, contains negative. National fruit of Russia is apple. True or false? Wrong. Okay. Russia is apple. Enter answer. I don't know what to answer. Yeah, okay, false. Okay, quiz over. Very good. So type true for correct answer or type false for wrong answer. Okay. So true or false question. Nice. Okay. Any doubts, anyone? There is another program also. You can post it in the Wakelet. RP also has submitted something. Check RP's work. If you have any question, you can post it in the chat window. Yeah. Please tap once on each side. What is this? Okay, nice. With all sound effects. It's just that we couldn't understand anything. Nice session today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rabia, ma'am. Any doubts, anyone, or else we can leave. We can close the meeting. Thank you, everyone. We will meet again tomorrow with one where we will be developing a game actually. Tomorrow, that is the task. We will develop a game and we will all play the game. Yes, I could see today after 3 days, you are able to actually understand what's happening. I know the first 2 days, anything that you start learning, that's how it is, especially coding. The first 2 days, you will not understand it. Yesterday, I explained the entire thing, and tomorrow, you will definitely enjoy. So, uh, yeah, those who are regular to the session, definitely, if you are sincerely practicing, you don't need to develop the full-fledged project that I am doing during the demonstration session. But at least if you try a little, then you will feel like, okay, I have learned something. Okay, good. Yes, ma'am. That's it from my side.
Yes, ma'am. Today, actually, it was very interesting to see all the projects. I
Yeah.
enjoyed seeing that.
Yeah, the Wakelet is getting filled now with so many projects.
Okay, okay, ma'am. I too want, I must log in to join, is it, ma'am? I
Huh?
too want to see all the projects. What to do, ma'am?
I have shared the Wakelet link in the chat window now, ma'am. I'll share it again.
No, no, no. If I just log in, I can see all the projects, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. You can see.
Each and every student can see other projects also.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then I'll
They
join.
can see each other's project.
Okay, ma'am. I'll take it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you once again. We will meet again tomorrow.
So, very interesting session, games. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let us enjoy tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night, ma'am. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, all of you. If there are no doubts, you can leave the session. Okay, thank you so much. Tomorrow we last today. An interesting session. Please join at 7 p.m. Thank you.